Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Jayflight SLX 224 bunkhouse. You guys have picked a beautiful unit. I'm going to walk you through it, show you how to use it, and get the best out of your camping season. Let's start by arriving at the campsite. First thing you want to do after you unhook is check your battery connections. These can wiggle loose going down the road. Make sure you get a good connection. Once your battery's hooked up, on the front you do have a docking light for docking at night, and your power leveling jack. Simply touch there to raise it, there to lower. Recommend putting a level on your unit or inside your front doors where you can tell your unit's level. Once your unit is level, you're going to bring down your stabilizing jacks. In your unit will be this hand crank. 3/4 inch jack, simply put it on there. Lower your stabilizing jacks. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. Make sure your unit is level before bringing these down. See a little water dropping? It's because they just washed your unit. I recommend putting some jack pads down. A lot of times you'll be in a hot black top, and that black top will tend to stick to your jack pads. So I recommend getting some jack pads, put them down all four corners, stabilize your unit. Once your unit is stabilized, level, we're going to hook up our water and our power. Coming around here to the off camp side, just below your outdoor shower is a city water connection. We'll hook up our water first by attaching a water pressure regulator to the end of the hose. This is going to reduce your water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's preset for that. You don't know what the camps are set at. You want to keep your lines safe, so definitely put that on and then plug in your city water. Before turning your water on, you're going to come around to your hot water heater. Back around to the campsite, actually to the rear of your trailer, is your hot water tank. First thing you want to do is make sure that your plug is in. Your drain plug goes in right there. Once your drain plug is on, turn on your water. Once you have your water on, let it fill for a couple minutes. Come here to your pressure release valve. Pull on that, release the air, a little water will come out the end. You know that your tank is full and ready to be lit. We'll talk about lighting your tank when we go inside. Next thing you want to do is hook up potable water. Should you go somewhere that they don't have water at the campsite, or if you just want to go dry docking somewhere, potable water tank. You can fill this tank up. Again, do the same thing with the pressure release valve to know that your tank is full, and you can turn on your hot water heater there. Remember, when using potable water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump if using city water. We've got our water hooked up. Now let's hook up our electricity. Your power cord is conveniently stored inside. We'll pull out. At the end here, you have a 30 amp. You will need dog bone if you're 50 amp hookup. But you shouldn't need that. You'll simply plug this 30 amp into most campsites. If you do want to go 110, you do have a 110 adapter to attach on the end of that. Just remember that you can't use your air conditioning on 110. So we have our electricity hooked up, our water hooked up. Let's hook up our cable. Off campsite on the rear, cable hook up. The dump tanks, we'll talk about them later. Your city water connecting your outdoor shower. This is a black tank flush that we'll talk about when dumping the tanks. Your huge storage, which is accessible from indoors or from underneath the bed. Under your campsite, your LED lighting on your awning. So this is prepped for a TV out here. There's your backup for the TV, cable satellite, and a couple of 110s. So on your campsite, you do have your furnace heat release. Steer clear of that, it gets hot, hot, hot. Coming to your outdoor fridge. You will manually light these, turn them all the way up, light them with a lighter. Sink will drain into potable water. And then on the rear, you do have your ladder. Recommend going up there twice a year, a couple times a year, and check your seals, see if there's any cracks in them. If so, caulk them. And on the back of your unit, it is prepped for a Furrion backup camera. You can also purchase those in the store. 10% off coupon on day of pickup. That'll communicate with your vehicle and that backup camera. That's about it on the outside. Let's go on the inside. We're inside the camper. Just to your left as you enter the doorway. Little heat duct on the bottom and your fire extinguisher. Just to the right of that is your carbon monoxide detector. This is a 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. So it's constantly running off your batteries. I recommend unhooking your battery if you're going to be gone for the day or if you're not going to be plugged in. Otherwise this will run your batteries down. Also to the left of the doorway, use your water pump. Only turn that on if you're using potable water. Your water heater, if you're hooked up to gas, that's where you light it. If you're hooked up to electricity, this is where you light it. And this is just to check your levels, your full battery, and all your tanks are empty. 110, interior lighting, and your awning in and out. You do have one-touch lighting throughout the whole trailer, which is nice because you can dim all the lights except for maybe the one over the bathroom at night. Let's talk about your Furrion stove. Flip that glass up for a nice backsplash. You do have an igniter here. Simply turn your hose to light, crank that to the right, and you're cooking with gas. Above that, you do have your hood vent fan and light, and your self-explanatory microwave. Let's talk about your fridge. Here's your control panel at the top of the fridge for the Nordic Cold. Turn it on. There are different settings to change it up or down. This is run on gas, electricity. This is for night. Different levels. You can change the temperature. And of course your bunk beds with your more one-touch LED. Do you have some USB ports in here? Both top bunk has USB ports, bottom bunk has your 110 over there. In your bathroom, you do have a 110. Back this camera up. 110 with your GFI protection in here. Of course, your light switch. You do have a manual fan in here. Simply crank to the right to open. Back corner. Turn it on. Shut it off. Bring your lid down. Remember to bring that lid down. You don't want to get no rain in here. Just to the right of your bathroom door is your thermostat, which will handle auto, your air conditioning, your heat, RV Technologies remote, RV Technologies sound system. 5 presets, scans, auxiliary, 5-volt charge, USB port, 2 zones. You can play your music indoors, outdoors, or both. Bluetooth disc compatible, AM FM stereo. To the right of your bed on the wall is a connection for TV and cable, and that is for your TV mount. This unit is wired for solar. You can get a solar panel and hook it up outside, trickle charge your batteries. To the right of your bed, your own lighting control and a 110. And of course, underneath your bed, your huge storage. On struts that'll hold it up. That's accessible from outdoors as well. Buck covers everything on the inside. Oh, I forgot. Underneath your stove is this access panel with a fan to keep it cool. That's your breaker box and fuse panel. Looks like you have some 15s, a 30, a 40 in there. I highly recommend having some fuses on hand when you go camping. Now let's go outside and talk about the dirty job of dumping before you leave. So on your off-camp side, here's your drain plug. Hook up your sewage hose, which comes in your convenience pack. Hook the other end up into the dump. Let this tractor go by. Alright, so you have your black holding tank, which is going to be all your sewage. Simply pull on that black hose, this black handle here, pull it out. That's going to release this and dump your black tank. Once your black tank has been flushed, you feel like it's been done dumping, you don't hear anything running through it, you can take your water pressure regulator, hook it up again, and right above your shower is a black tank flush. Hook your hose up here for about 5 minutes. That's going to wash your black tank out rather nicely. Unhook your hose. Make sure you leave this open while running that black tank flush. Unhook your water hose, come back here and pull your gray tank. That gray tank is going to be from your sink and your galleries and your shower. That's going to wash out your hose a little better for you. Once your hose has been washed out, simply come to the back and store it inside. Also, to drain your water, there's a low point drain for your hot and cold water. Simply just turn these on, drain all your water out. And go to your hot water heater and remove your plug. This plug here, remove that, and that'll drain the water out of your hot water heater. That about covers it. Congratulations on your Jayflight, and happy camping.